One, two, one, two, one, two. Yeah. Okay, okay. The mic levels sound good. Let's see. Let me see. Let's put it right here. Well, let's see. You know what it is? One, 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 two, one, two. Much better, much better, much better. It sounds good to you. It sounds good to me. Let's stop it, man. One, two, one, two. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's your host, Ace World, aka Smoke, coming to you live with another episode of Sunday Night Smoke Podcast. Let's go. Without further ado, let me introduce all our guests. We got T-Roni in the building. What it do, T-Roni?
Hello, Ace. How you doing? Happy Sunday.
In the building. Happy Sunday. Let me see who else we got in the building. We got Star Child in the house. What up, Star Child? Let's get a mic check. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, can you hear me?
Loud and clear in the place to be. Thanks for joining us. Last but not least, we got Tony in the building. One round of applause for everybody in the panel. Let's rock. All right, so all good, all good. So let's do this. Thank you everybody for joining us. Happy Sunday. Sunday Night Smoke Podcast. We back at it, man. How's everybody? Everybody good?
Yes.
Tonight's comments will be brought to you by Uncle Nearest 1884. Let's do this.
Oh my goodness.
1884? That was a good year.
That was a good year, damn it.
Like I was alive back then.
If you're a person of color.
I'm just saying, I was almost president.
Wait a minute. I'm just saying, it may not have been a good year if you was a person of color, but
apparently that's back
you
when
were
America
not in
was
the
good.
house. If you were in the house, you may have got a drink once in a while.
What old boy say? What old boy say in the movie? Them two niggas know each other.
Yeah, man. But thanks everybody for joining us. Check it out tonight. Our conversation is gonna be this is what we got in the bag, man. We got a couple of emails. A general concern in the public. In the bag tonight, we got ass backwards, the self-objectification of women. Okay. Glad we got the ladies. We got Brian in the house. Brian. I'm gonna drop the link Brian, because we're gonna get it in tonight. Brian, I dropped on the YouTube. Hit that link, pull up, Brian, if you're interested in pulling up. 2's the company, 3 is the crowd. We're gonna get this popping. 4 is the party, I guess. I don't know, but let's get it in.
4 is a spades game, okay?
Well, exactly. I don't mean a party, but 4 is exactly space game, big whist, depending on if you country or not.
Yes, bid whist is where I live. So yes, bid whist.
Whoever want what spades down bid whist. Oh boy, plain and simple. Dirty hearts too. All of it.
Well, Tony, since you're talking, you're my partner you're my bid partner.
Oh, they in trouble. I play them games.
Yes, they are.
I do those games sober and drunk and tired. Who want what? Come on.
Okay.
Exactly. It's if you've been drinking, it gets better. because the lies flow more easily.
Ooh. I just tend not to pay attention and still win. That's my game.
Exactly. That's my point. You have to. There's an art of lying when you're playing bid whist. You just have to lie and finesse.
You have to manipulate.
Exactly, finesse and talk to your partner in code and hope they catch it. You understand?
Brian made the broadcast. I can't believe it.
Brian, what up,
bro?
My
God.
Get a mic
Hi,
check,
Brian.
bro. Can I hear you?
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
What up, though?
Long time no see.
Back in the game, man. Back in the game.
man.
Perfect
What up,
timing,
though?
man.
Yeah, I
You
got
know,
the notice.
Star Child. You know Star Child, Brian.
Yeah.
Maybe you have, maybe.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hello, Brian.
Of course,
Hi,
you know,
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
How you feel? How you be?
We here.
I am good. Just a little tired.
Did
You
Don't
ready
wait
for-
for time to be tired right now.
I was working on my truck earlier.
Gotcha.
I like the upgrades. I definitely seen that. I definitely seen the pictures. Definitely, it's a good look. The and the newer style definitely looks better anyway. So even if you didn't have the damage to the other one, you may have thought possibly to just be like, wow, those look a lot better. So
Yes.
shout out to
Yeah,
them.
it
You
was
ready for ass
really
backwards?
yeah.
Are you ready for ass backwards?
Yes.
All
Oh,
right.
boy.
So we're gonna bring this back to the top. Tonight's conversation is gonna be ass backwards, the self objectification of women. Okay, so we're gonna
That
bring.
booty, that booty in the thumbnail is kind of.
It's fat. It's fat.
You know,
It's fat. It's
I
fat.
gotta give a clap for that booty.
Yes, that she needs a, as the kids would say on TikTok, all that ass in them jeans. You know, that's a lot. She got
That's
a lot
that
going
Ros-
on right there.
That's that Roscoe Dash. That's that Roscoe.
Yes, it
Dash.
is.
Do y'all remember in 1995 the movie Fear of a Black Hat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Booty juice.
That's a throwback for those who don't know. That's a
That damn Brian.
Black
That
hat,
damn
yeah.
Brian.
Yeah, I'm
Hero
a
of Black Hat.
Yes. To that movie, but anyway, yes. Ass backwards. Let's talk about
Let's
this.
go.
Yeah, talk
Let's
about
get
tell
into
us
this.
please about this.
Let's roll into the intro. For example, since we talk about the thumbnail, right? Let's get into this right now. The thumbnail, right, represents now. I'm trying to figure out when was the origin of the picture of where everyone or should I say where the ladies decided to all turn around. What inspired this craze? I wanted to have a couple of more ladies on the panel. So love though. Shout out to Kimmy Kali. Get well soon.
Get well soon.
Yes, love.
And
Yes,
but
love.
let's get into this. When did this begin with the pic from behind? Where before it used to be a front picture, because I'm old school, I'm a Gen Xer, right? So when did this all of a sudden when did everybody decide to turn around and put
I
their
think
butt in the picture?
I believe because all of us are Gen Xers, I honestly believe it started with the showing out for the 99 to 2000 Cash Money.
Back that ass up. Like
Yes, and that because that was that video that video was definitely, this pose right here was definitely what that video was actually very low budget compared to what we've seen nowadays, and that was just done. All the women had natural bodies in that video. I believe that's when it started. Let's show out for the 99 and the 2000s.
And then like the Cisco thong song.
No, I don't even think it was. That was more of like a dance thing. I'm talking about where women would actually pose like this. I believe it started with Cash Money. That's just my personal thought process.
Around that time, because like I remember the thong song, because remember the thong, right? Remember, and Brian, that's a good point too. The thong was covered in the jean.
Yes,
like the thong was over, but the ass was still covered.
Yeah, and that was Aaliyah, and Aaliyah started us showing our thongs with our low riding jeans, but Aaliyah still kept us covered. Now we may have had on a bra top or a shirt on top or a see-through sheer shirt when Aaliyah came through, but yeah, we started showing our underwear with that Aaliyah era. I could tell you that coming up in the Midwest. Shout out to the 313 Detroit, Aaliyah, rest your soul, baby girl.
Rest your soul, Aaliyah. Rest your soul, Aaliyah.
Facts. Rest in peace to Aaliyah, for real. Facts.
Yes.
Facts.
But she changed the way we dressed. She did change the way we dressed. We started wearing our underwear outside of our clothes and all that stuff.
Exactly. but you're right, because Aaliyah was 90s, right? So say
Yes.
90s, but it was
Late
still covered.
90s.
It was
Yes,
still
we were still
covered.
covered.
It was
Yes.
still covered. But then, like you say, around the back that ass up time, it's like, you know what? Let's just back it up.
Yeah.
I think the whole, I think the more, I guess a more precise question would be, when did it become mainstream? Because
yes, that's what I mean. The craze.
You had those songs,
Kimmy
you saw
Kali.
songs, and then you had those songs in the background that was just a little dirty. You got them on a mixtape, and you did dance to them, right? But now it's so mainstream that we're all kind of desensitized to seeing it. We're used to it now, right? To seeing the booties and the twerkings, they're everywhere now. Well, when did that become the thing now? Just commonplace, where you just took a picture with your booty, just your backside.
What I did notice, they first started advertising the gluteus maximus itself with the moves on the video with 2 Live Crew. That really did it. And before that, as I think, if you remember the Days of Fame, they had Janet Jackson walking down the hallway in the red leather jeans, and everybody was going crazy over her. So it's been out there subliminally. But as far as throwing that out there, definitely I'm going to say the moves of the video with 2 Live Crew. That's the first one that I remember. And after that, I know we got the Thong song, and Aaliyah was early. She was mid-90s more than anything. She came out too short with doing it. But Akinelli focused on more than just the booty. Let's be clear. That song was more about just that was just more just the booty. That's just we won't do that yet.
Big Pimpin'?
Big Pimpin'. That was
Pimpin', yes.
It was 90s. Yes.
Yeah. 90s. So this is like I said. So the 99. So like around the 99, like I said, showing out for the 99 to 2000s when you saw more of this right here. When you started seeing this,
also got the tip drill.
Every video now, every video,
the tip drill video with Nelly.
And then if you're a reggaeton fan, that blew up as well.
Yes.
Oh man, don't get me started on the Caribbeans. Oh, you went down
on the reggaeton.
Patra, I will say this: Patra blew us down. She did.
I remember Patra.
And Lady Saw was the one.
Lady Saw.
Shout out to the Caribbeans, man. Shout out to the Caribbeans.
And then
the Latin culture.
Shout out to the Latinos. Shout out to the Latin culture. Shout out to the Black culture. Shout out to all the cultures, man.
Shout out to all the cultures. All the cultures.
For real. So
but now you can't watch any music video now. They got this. Every music video is about thunder thighs. Every music
and movies.
And music and TV and media.
Yes.
It's the thighs everywhere.
And athletes, it is like women athletes too.
Oh my.
Well, the athletes the athlete is different because the athlete is supposed to wear the short shorts, like the track runner and stuff. I get it.
The volleyball team they're advertising. Yes, go ahead.
Alicia Lehman's soccer player out of Germany.
Do you know why it's there? Because they know that 1, 2, 3 men are gonna watch it.
This is true.
Y'all may hate it. But you know what?
I'll also have to.
I'm gonna need you to get Kimmy Kali. She over there acting up.
It's about.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Star Child.
I was gonna say, you know what? Tell Kimmy. Just Kimmy. We're not gonna do this with you, Miss Lady. What I was gonna say is, and also I have to throw Miss Serena Williams with that infamous black cat suit on the Wimbledon court, with her ass high and mighty and them thighs greased up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
saying, but still, Anna Kournikova too.
But I'm just saying, but I'm saying, but Serena Williams actually, her ass actually looked like this, just covered in black spandex, whatever that material was. Like you could see every crease in her ass in that.
But she don't have butt injections, you know, like
no, that was
Serena
natural.
was in the tennis.
Beyonce got butt injections. You know, like all most of these girls, they got the butt injections. So
they got the injection, but Serena looks real. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there.
No, I think Serena's. I would bet money I don't have that Serena's is just pure muscle because her thighs match because her thighs match hers. You know, matches all that she's carrying. You know what I'm saying? And for a woman such as myself who is bottom heavy, and has always been bottom heavy and have never gotten any accolades or sponsorships just for having
You got
a typical.
accolades.
She said sponsorships. She said sponsorships. I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
She got paid in raw
Sponsorships.
assets.
Hey, Mammy, can I
She got
take
her
you out?
assets.
She got endorsements.
I've never gotten an endorsement deal for having a typical Black female body. But I will say this, that for someone like me who's had one all my life, big thighs to match, because you have to have the foundation. That's always a telltale sign to me. Just like her, this lady in this thumbnail, she reminds me of Princess Anna in Ants.
Movie, the cartoon.
J-Lo.
No,
Yes.
ain't that crazy though.
J-Lo.
You know what? Hold on a second. Hold on.
Please, Princess Anna.
So what we
got
what
J-Lo,
Yeah, she looks
Serena.
that was a little over the top. You talking about the
She
joint
goes
that is
there.
look
She
real
goes there.
crazy.
You want it, yes.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, Princess. She reminds me of Princess Anna.
Oh gosh, I can't wait. Let me find
Yes. Yes. Kimmy
That's
Collins
something
killing it
else.
over there. She's killing it over there.
That's something else though. But like
What it-
like
what
for
it-
example, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But it's like because my thing about the whole self objectification of where the booty thing came in at is that I'm going to turn it a little bit, is that as a woman of color, this right here has always irritated my spirit, only because they glorify what women of color have unless a woman of color possesses it. And that's the problem that I have with this whole BBL thing, is because all of a sudden, all of my life growing up as a
I know good and damn well y'all ain't put that damn picture up there. I know good and damn well y'all ain't put that picture up there. I know good and damn well you ain't got a thorax of an ant. The end of the abdomen.
Is that what you were talking about? The movie? For real?
Yes, Princess Anna. Yes, Princess Anna.
So that takes up the meaning of junk in the trunk.
Brian.
Yeah, no.
Brian.
But here's the thing, like I said, is that as a woman as a Gen Xer growing up, I was never, because I was a swimmer and I was an athlete and I was a swimmer. And of course, my body type is not a typical body type, especially back in the 90s. You didn't see Black girls in the pool. This is before Simone Biles. This is before you see all these people. So me swimming in a pool in the 1991 to 1990 to 93 is when I was at peak competition. Okay. You didn't see a me in a pool. So I would get looks and stares. You know, my coach, this is before coaches had to be politically correct. My coach used to call me Bumblebee, because he would be like, no. He called me Bumblebee. He said, because just like a bee is too big to fly, he would be like, according to what they knew about body type, I shouldn't have been able to be a diver because my thighs and my ass was too big for me to catch that kind of air. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't have been able to elevate. So, I never, like I said, so I never got any. Shut up, Smoke.
I'm trying not to do it, bro. I'm sitting here behaving myself. Where she's at. I want to jump on what you said, Star Child. We got to take this all the way back to the essence, and I don't mean to cut you off. I think all of this started with the Sarah Bartman situation, personally.
Who?
Okay.
Sarah Bartman.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead, Star Child. Break that down, please.
Sarah Bartman.
While we talk about
Sarah Bartman. Sarah Bartman was a circus act when the Dutch people discovered Africa. A lot of people don't realize that the Dutch and the French were some of the first colonizers to get to the African continent, which is why South Africans speak Dutch, and a lot of African countries do speak Dutch. But she was basically led around like a circus act, put on display, kind of like this. They still have her skeleton because the white people were so amazed and awe at the fact that she had this basically said her waist was basically like 20 inches, but her hips were like 46. You understand? They just had never seen a body like this. and they trotted her around the world, literally like a circus act, like an elephant man, like a circus act, and they kept her in deplorable conditions, and it just, excuse my language, it just fueled the jungle bunny fetishes of white men.
That's the story.
Yes.
So to give you the truth of what you're asking, Smoke, that is where it really started at. They have been trying, and it has been documented, they have been trying to get their bodies to look like a black woman's body ever since.
And that's why, and he's right, because that's why they started, and that's why they started white women wearing the corsets to snatch their, like what we call it, snatching the waist in. That's why they had white women wearing corsets to enhance the smallness of their waist and flare out their hips. Women, you know, Southern women catching the vapors, wasn't them catching the vapors. Them heifers couldn't breathe. No, okay, they couldn't get no air.
Here this dude go with this shit. Here we go.
We were just talking about the objectification and the whole.
Yes, and this is exactly what it is. And she and baby girl is thick. She thick.
So do y'all feel like she's objectifying herself because she?
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. Go ahead, T-Roni. Get it.
She is selling herself. Go ahead, T-Roni.
Let Roni get it. Go ahead.
Because what she is doing is she's purposefully doing attention. Like she wants this attention.
Yes, she does. Absolutely.
Is this objectification when it's something that you yourself choose to do? That's, I mean,
yes.
You are subject. You are subject to the stereotype, and you are subject.
Yes,
to
that is. She is doing it to herself, so it is self-objectification at this point. Yes, exactly.
And you know, we say the same thing about the same when we used to talk about how women used to advertise their breasts. The low-cut clothes, of course, they're made like that, but some women can't help it. We fully understand that as well. But when you are constantly putting it in somebody's face, it's like a man who's going around talking about how big his dick is. It's the same shit. If you want to be seen for more than what your body is,
a man can't do a helicopter. A man can't put a sock on it and go helicopter on the internet.
No, he can't. And you're correct.
This actually is
helicopter on the internet.
Actually is. I'm just saying. You know what a helicopter is. Well, maybe not everybody does, but I know what a helicopter is. But like, you know, if you're I ain't gotta explain what a helicopter is.
I know what you meant. I know.
But I'm not. I can't throw a sock on it.
She's seen the Chippendale. She ain't fooling nobody. She's seen the.
I know what a helicopter is. I've seen it. But yeah,
I can't do that. But this is acceptable because this is on YouTube right now.
Yeah,
I just pulled up. I just typed in booty video.
Yes,
and this is on YouTube. So YouTube, don't what's the name me? Don't try to strike me or what's the name, because this is fair use and this is for educational purposes. Damn it, okay.
I want to say it's only.
But I'm saying this is self-objectification, and I want to.
This yes, this is.
I want to.
Brian, stop shaking your head.
Because, for example, if this is right, this is the norm. This is a step above the typical picture. So let me bring this down because I may be doing.
Can I add to it too? I had in the past.
Go ahead, T-Roni. Let me bring this down. This is too much. I'm sorry, Brian. I gotta take this off.
No,
I'm gonna let it ride. Go ahead.
When we had the dance offs,
okay.
So when we had like physically, everybody's on stage, and you know we have an event, and everybody's having a good time, and then we'll have a dance off, and then during the dance off, everyone, you know, you'll have one girl who do something nice, but the next girl will follow back and she'll do booty stuff, and then all the girls and guys will do booty stuff after that. So now it's like you're not gonna be noticed unless you do the booties. Everybody's got to twerk now.
And you know what? And she's and T-Roni, you're absolutely right, because I was sitting here thinking while you all were talking. I remember it had to be 89, 90. So I'm 13, 14 around this time. Okay. So I was at my first party, like basement party. And I remember this is like the time when like Tony said, when Move Something and the bass and the Miami bass hit the scene mainstream.
That Miami bass was rocking.
And so this is when we started getting low to the floor, and we were more covered up in this, but you're right. I do remember the girls that could drop it low were the ones that got the attention.
Yes. When you have a dance competition, it's about who can shake and twerk the best.
Yep.
And then who can hold the position.
But I also remember back in 89, 90, it being frowned upon. those girls were the ones that were targeted and picked and looked at as nasty all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Those were the girls that they all of a sudden. I remember, now that I'm thinking about it, is that's when the separation started happening with women, like good girl versus the freaky chick. You know what I'm saying?
This is true. True.
But now it's tied to success. You have artists like rap artists who are doing that in their video and they're successful. You have influencers who do that. Even I'm not just talking about black girls, but white girls too. On like Instagram and all these things, and they are successful. When you do that, it's tied to success for some odd reason.
And then on top of that, to even piggyback off of that, T-Ronnie, as a woman, because I watch influencers and I watch things a little differently, all of a sudden this thing now with the culture on TikTok and Instagram, getting invited to the cookout, now all of a sudden it's cool for white girls to basically appropriate things that black women have done and basically make a mockery of them, but they get invited to the cookout all of a sudden. And I have a problem with that because basically you're saying what I've always said is you're basically wearing us like a coat and a skin, wearing our culture as a skin, but you don't really accept the people. And I have a problem.
You don't live it. You just.
And I have a problem with that. So you want to look like us, you want to walk like us, talk like us, but you don't. Yep, round and round you go. Round and round you go. You scrub the ground.
You ever hear that one before, Brian?
Brian, out the loop. Brian, just sit back.
I didn't need that. No, I'm not gonna lie. Me neither.
Or my personal favorite, Kimi Kali, was dance, too much booty in the pants, dance, too much booty in the dance, booty in the pants, dance, too much booty in the pants, dance.
That takes me back to my college days now, Lord.
Look, too much booty in the pants. Everybody with
That's right.
But think about it, though.
Let's get retarded now that the party started.
Party started, yes.
But does this?
Yes.
This is why it's good. It's when you hear songs
fun.
like that and you do your booty stuff. You feel
The masses are fun. Trust me.
But you have to. But we always waited for the GOAT back then. We didn't have the term GOAT, but we had to wait for the GOAT of all those songs. The one song that would bring all the girls to the floor.
Here we go.
Let me see you pop that thing.
No.
I'm just.
And drop them high. Look, and drop them hydraulics to the floor. Come on. Cat D coming. 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 Yes.
Free Willy.
Yes.
So
because people don't realize that was the world's introduction to T to the double D.
Oh man.
That is how the world got Trick Daddy.
Y'all got my blood pressure.
Trick Daddy was the for the 90s, 2000. He owned it. Trick Daddy.
Trick loved kids. Trick loved kids.
So did ODB. He had 11 of them, but I'm just saying.
Trick loved kids.
Yes, he do.
But like my thing is, right, the whole culture, the whole wave took over because that was pretty much underground stripper culture. Like, for example,
yes,
right, when the hip hop turned gangster underground, it became street. It went from party to street life, street economics,
the block parties, all of that.
All the gang, the block, the hood, gang, all that shit, right? The same thing, like from the aspect of it became the
my back hurt now, y'all motherfuckers.
The whole stripper thing, like it's just like for the male to be the gangster. Right, the male be the gangster is in. For the female, be the stripper is in. I mean, it's cool, but it's not cool as a whole. And we'll pick this up next week because we're gonna have we're gonna actually officially, I had already set this shit up, but we're gonna have the State of the Black Union address next week. So this is an epilogue
I love that.
on why does every race, right? Black, white, Asian, all the races have I'll wait for you to pull back up, Star Child. Every race has an underground, right? Why is it that the black race, as their underground, has to be spotlighted as the norm? Do you understand? You have the Chinese mafia, but when people think of Chinese, they think of businessmen, store owners, mathematician, genius, wizard. When you think of the Asian, you even think, you have certain stereotypes that go with it. You think of the white man, you think of the business guy, the this, the that. You think of the Indian, you think of this, that. But when you think of the basic Black American, the basic image of the underworld, the underground, has been put in the forefront. You have regular folks like us that go to work every day, productive, tax-paying people, done as a society, right? But then you have the underground, the drug dealer, the stripper, the prostitutes, the gangbanger, right? But why is it that the image is placed in the forefront so that on a worldly scale, when they think of Black people, the image on television or the image is of our underworld instead of our overworld? We are members of the overworld, right? Because we're not participating in criminal and underground activities.
Facts.
You understand? But why should we as a whole be represented by our underworld? You understand? But we're going to continue that next week. But I just wanted to put that out there because there's a science behind this whole shake
Of course
your
it
ass,
is.
be a hooker, be a hoe. It's cool to be a hoe because there's an end game to this. We look at it right now, it's fun, we laugh at it. We're not involved in that. I don't see you ladies twerking on TikTok, but unfortunately there is a percentage of our sisters and that are doing these kind of things, right?
And
go ahead,
because
Brian.
because you have like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, how they're going about it. You got all the other girls. Now you got all the other young girls doing it. It's like women empowerment.
It's popularized.
Some
it's part of feminism.
Some of these girls view it as women empowerment.
Well, you're not really empowering yourself when you're making yourself look cheap. That actually takes the power away from you.
Well, and but see, here's the caveat. Here's the caveat.
Let's get it.
And then the thing that I've seen is that who they're catering to is who they're catering to is an underinformed short attention. They're underinformed. They have a short attention span. These children were not raised like we were to socialize, to get out, to be diverse. They've been raised with technology. They only have the attention span of 180 to 240 characters. Their attention spans have been conditioned to 2 to 3 minutes. They don't understand that outside of this techie bubble that they live in of apps and whatever else, of what it looks like. They really don't, because if you talk to them, they really don't understand that that people's perception is their reality. They don't understand that people are not gonna go past this 2-minute blurb that they see of you to go look at the rest of your page to see what you're looking like. Now, people our age will, because we're nosy like that. But the average person that's on these social media apps, they're not going to go look at your page unless it's messy. They're not going to go look at your page to see what other kind of content you have.
She's right.
They're not going to go.
What is that?
What?
Stack that ass up.
Continue. This is amazing. No,
Okay.
go ahead, continue talking. I'm just making examples.
I think that when Brian says women empowerment, yes, women took back, like kind of like the N-word, taking back control of it, but it's still objectification because men, no offense to the men on the panel, but the patriarchal status quo that we've lived under is not going to let a woman be empowered through her body.
That is true. That is true.
Exactly.
That
That's
is
a
A woman
spoiler
of the
alert, but don't tell nobody.
patriarchal society norms are not Western. I'm going to say this: Western patriarchal societal norms are not going to allow a woman to be empowered through her body.
I don't think it's
Eastern,
just Western. I think
It's
it's
not.
Eastern too. It's
yeah,
Eastern too.
you got it right on both
It's
ends.
Eastern too. Yeah, both ends
Well,
they do
Eastern
that.
doesn't allow this, but think about Eastern does not
Exactly.
allow their
Eastern
women to
culture doesn't
even go
allow
this
this.
far, sir.
And
Yeah.
Southern
They don't
culture.
allow this type
Yeah.
of behavior, sir.
Yeah, around like the UAE, UAE, China, all
They
that.
don't
No
allow
way.
this.
So that's why I said
Russia.
Western patriarchal societal norms are not going to allow a woman to be empowered through her
Yeah.
body. What they will allow women to do through their bodies is to make money and basically be able to shoot money out their asses, but they're not going to allow them to be empowered, because what's going to happen is, as patriarchal societal norms tell you, there's always a younger, better version of this, so you have a shelf life.
Now,
They have always
okay,
made this clear. They have always made this very known.
yes,
You're
they have.
only as good as the nextest hottest thing, which is what leads into the
That is
BBL
facts.
movement.
That is
And
facts.
this is what has led into the BBL movement. The
That
only
is
reason
facts.
why BBLs, Brazilian butt lift.
Oh, okay.
Basically,
Come on,
it's a
Brian.
basically, and here's the crazy part about BBLs. BBLs were only offered to celebrities at one point,
At one
because
point, yes.
at one point, because like if you ever had a C-section, I'm a childbearing woman here. I don't know if you have kids, Tironi, but when you have a C-section, basically you're wide open. So if you need to go stretch some shit, pull some shit, snatch some shit back in, that's the perfect time to do it. And so celebrities would have plastic surgeons on deck, and they would purposefully have C-sections so they could just snatch everything back together, which is why a lot of women, people don't realize, a lot of celebrities don't even have vaginal births, because
Yes, you know
I
what?
think she
and
just
they
dropped the gem. She just dropped
No,
the
no,
gem when she said that
and
too.
they
Yes,
tell
she
you
did.
that in the hospital. When you go to the hospitals, they tell you don't schedule your birth, your delivery, because you're right. Celebrities, this was a big deal. Where
yes, because that's why celebrities would
Yeah.
have these planned births, and after they delivered the babies, the OBGYN team would leave, the cosmetic team would come in and snatch and pull everything back together. So now you're giving women an unrealistic idea of what your body is supposed to look like
Yes.
post-birth.
Yep.
These are also women who are never going to breastfeed because they've already had their breasts done. So
Yes.
women like me, who have to deal with the after effects of, think about it, it took you 9 months to gain this 60 plus pounds. You can't lose it in 6 to 8 weeks of
No,
your,
right.
you can't. It's
no.
impossible. Your body can't possibly, but they gave women these impossible goals to reach. And these are also women
Exactly.
who've never gonna breastfeed. They don't tell you that when you breastfeed, yes, your body does this, but it also destroys the breast tissue after the milk ducts go dry, which is why
Yep.
women in my age range, yes, we go from 36 C's and 34 D's to 34 longs, baby. Understands me. This is just what it is. And it's just a
Yeah.
natural fact. You
Yeah.
you go from high Dolly Partons to,
From Perky.
do your titties hang low? Can you tie them in a bow? Okay.
Yeah, but if you look like that, which is natural,
Yes.
Yep.
you're
And I even saw a meme, and actually offended me, where a woman had stretch marks and wrinkles on the tops of her breasts, obviously from having children, and he compared it to like the cigarette, like the joint paper, like when it gets crinkled.
Oh man.
Oh no, he did.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, he did. And I'm just like, but this is what a woman's body actually looks like. So now when they made it more
yeah.
affordable by calling it the mommy makeover, because I lived in Atlanta when the mommy makeover started becoming a thing, where you
What
could
is the mommy
have,
makeover? Explain
okay,
it for
the
the people that
mommy
are listening, so because
the
they don't
mommy
know. 'Cause I sure as
makeover
fuck don't know either.
it's not a BBL. First of all, it's not a BBL. What a mommy
Mhm.
makeover allows you to do is to customize what you want done to your body. It's usually a tummy tuck and sometimes a breast lift, not implants, because most women just truly need a breast lift, which means they go behind your chest muscle and literally pull that muscle back up under
Mhm.
that's behind your breast and lift it back up, because your breasts are mostly fat, and that's what's the sag. That's what causes the sag. So usually, and then sometimes back then, before the technology is the way it is now, you could get fat transfers. So like, let's say you had some leftover. Like for me, I have a C-section. You get that what they call the fupa. They'll suck all the fat out of there, and then they'll transfer. Like, okay, here's the thing too. You can't transfer stomach fat to your breast. Oh,
Okay.
no, wait. You can transfer stomach fat to your breast because it's in the same area, but you can't transfer thigh fat to your breast because the thigh fat, like if you get saddlebags, is denser and heavier. It's not compatible with your breast. It's a different density because your thighs are thicker. So for someone like me who has lost a lot of weight and I do have some saddlebags, like I could transfer my thigh fat to my ass and lift it back up to get a BBL, but I couldn't take that fat and put it in my breast now.
You got any more space back?
And if you know what, fuck you, Smoke. Anyway.
Can I give a good example?
You good.
So if I took, let's say, my stomach fat, I get a tummy tuck, and then they suck the fat out and then do a tummy tuck, and I would never get breast implants. They could give me a breast lift and then inject that fat into my breast to give me back my fullness, because that's really all a breast is just a lot of fat. So when they made the mommy makeover more accessible, and you can get it all you can get 3 procedures for the low cost of $10,000, around $10,000 to $12,000, depending on what you're getting done.
I thought it was 7. Go ahead.
No, but now, a BBL by itself is about 7. So you're adding other procedures on top. But here's the problem with that too, though, is that what they're not telling women, which is why a lot of women die, is you are not supposed to be doing this many multiple procedures on your body in one blow.
No,
this is not how it's supposed to work.
No,
your body can't sustain that.
Can I give a good example of what you had just mentioned about unattainable heights, right? As far as women.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you all remember Beyonce headlining Coachella. She came out with a little movie kind of thing behind her.
Yes, Coachella. I love it.
She just had twins. I thought that was a terrible example. I mean, I understood she should do Coachella. Like, you know, she's headlining the first Black female headlining of Coachella. So I get that. But at the same time, she didn't, I felt like she missed the whole opportunity to say that this is a goal that, even though she's trying to make, that as a pregnant woman, as somebody who just had babies,
twins,
yes, it was almost like, okay, well, if Beyonce could do it, you know, I need to get my ass together, right? Like, you feel that way. You feel like, okay, I can do rehearsals for 18 hours a day with minimal sleep and still take care of my 3.
No.
What was
the thing?
What's the controversy? I'm lost. I'm sorry.
Okay, it wasn't a controversy.
No controversy behind it.
It was just the fact that she was showing the fact that she showed, like, basically in a time lapse of what her body looked like, and she was saying that she was overweight. She said she was like close to 250 pounds at this point, even though on her 250 didn't look like what we think. You know what I'm saying? It only didn't look like 250, but she was showing how she was fatigued and winded. She wasn't eating. Okay. She was barely eating so that she could lose this weight.
To lose weight. Oh, she was telling a story about how she went crazy to try to lose weight.
No. It wasn't about the weight loss. It was just the fact that she had just had these babies. She's overweight, so she doesn't have the same stamina, the endurance. She, like, at one point, they showed Jay-Z, like, she was literally, like, had passed out. Remember, she was laying on the ground and Jay-Z was standing over her, giving her Pedialyte or some kind of fluids. Like, it was like she was pushing her body so hard, and her twins were still
hard, yeah.
And then remember, Ronnie, they showed her literally breastfeeding one of the babies. She's trying to breastfeed these babies in between rehearsals. You know, it's like
the movie, the documentary. Copy.
Yes, and she's
be on Coachella. She's headlining, and I
yes,
I thought that I don't, but it's why do we have to reach those kind of heights?
Yes.
Well, regular people don't. Just her. because she's
But
not the
she, but
average
she,
person.
but
So
she,
we
but
can't.
but you have to remember.
That's our point.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying, but you have to remember, there's women out here like me and Roni, just average women, who are
Yes.
looking at our bodies after we've had babies, going, "Oh shit."
What am I doing wrong then?
Exactly.
I
Well,
got to
let's see
this.
what
This is what
you're doing
you
wrong.
bro.
You're not a billionaire for
No, 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 no,
starters.
no, no, no. It's not
Right.
about
I'm
the
joking.
money.
I'm joking.
I
Go
get
ahead.
what
Go
you're
ahead.
saying about the money, but
Mhm.
it's not about the money, right? Because the title is self-objectification. So we're talking about
Yes.
the
How
Okay.
women,
Okay.
internalize these messages, especially
Okay.
Black
Copy.
women.
Go for
Yes.
it.
And I will keep it to our age range, Roni, just to let me say this real quick.
Yes.
Because the culture has shifted so far to the youth, millennials and younger,
Yes.
that we have been, whereas women, me and Roni's age, we should be the standard. We have now become the mockery, and that has never been how it's supposed to be. Women
Sinbad
our
addressed
age.
that.
Well,
Sinbad addressed that. He said he
So
doesn't know how we're
so
gonna come back from this. That's exactly what he said.
because women our age are used to be like, I remember being 19, 20, 21 and seeing women at the age I am now, 45, 46, fly as fuck, hair done, nails done, everything did, and couldn't wait to get there. And we used to revere them. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We used to
yep.
see these women walking around with a nice cars, not even a Benz or a Beamer, but just a nice car. And they always used to talk about my husband this and my husband that. That was what we were striving to get to. And now
Yes.
that me and Roni are in this place, we are single, we are not married. These, excuse me for making generalizations, but I'm going to, these men are
Go
for
ahead.
the streets.
Opinion.
They don't
You know.
appreciate us. And they've made us feel like we are less than. So women our age are now going to do this self-objectification just to keep the
Keep up
attention
with
or attract the attention. We're doing
Mm.
things with that youngins are
I'm
doing,
listening. Go
and
ahead.
it's never. And so that's what I see when
Opinion.
I see ass backwards. We're going backwards to try to gain the attention that we naturally,
We're supposed
historically,
to have in the first place. In the
we're
first place.
supposed to get anyway. We never talked about the fact that our mamas had fupas and stretch marks. We didn't care about that. We just wanted to be fly like that. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted to get to that. You know what I mean? But now all of a sudden they're making us feel like I have never thought that being called old would be an insult. And I tell youngins now, guess what? You can call me auntie if you want to. I hope you make it, because you ain't drinking no water. You doing all these perk 30s. You drinking all
You
this
don't
lean, doing all
exercise.
these drugs.
You little knuckleheads
it
don't exercise.
because they can smoke and like they can just do whatever. They so free.
You know, but so when you say ass backwards, it's all ass backwards. The self-objectification that women our age are feeling now is because we feel overlooked and underappreciated.
That's spoken
And not
of
just
in
Black
quotes.
women. It's not just
Exactly.
Well,
Black
no, of
women, it's
course.
white women
It's an
too.
age thing.
Yes,
Yes, it's an age thing.
It's
Let
like
me
as
interject.
soon as your
Mhm.
hair goes gray, or as soon as you get a stretch mark, or you have these babies, all of a sudden in this culture, now you're not valuable and your
I'm
voice
Let,
is not respected.
and I
let me
gotta
jump in there real quick. Go
Okay.
ahead, Ronnie. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ronnie. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll take it
but
after you. Go ahead.
to add to that last what you were saying, not just our culture, but even
Go
let's say
ahead.
white women, because you have Karens, and then you as a white woman, you feel you have to attain your level to a Karen, because a Karen can quote unquote do it all. Right? She's a soccer mom, she's in a community, she's hosting parties, she's doing this, she's doing that, she's staying above an average, and she's still looking good and got her makeup on and her hair done every day. But as a white woman, if you don't attain to that, then you haven't made it.
You know what the
You know,
difference is? The difference is she's a housewife.
it,
And
it doesn't matter though.
let me just
It's
say
about
it. Well, it makes a difference though, because if you're working a job and then you still have to be the mother and the housemaker in your home, if you're in a married, two parent, you say, for example, the Karen or whoever, the lady you just made the example with, or whatever, whoever the hell she is. She's married. Her and Jimmy, they have Jack and Jill as two kids.
Fact.
Some, like when you see the soccer mom and all this other stuff, she's usually not working a 9 to 5. She's just usually being a homemaker, and Ken is bringing home the paper, right? He's the breadwinner. Not saying all the time. You can shake your head yes or no, because I can't say all and any, right? But then, for example, and we'll get into this next week, another epilogue too, but I don't hear white women running around talking about they're independent and they don't need no man either. So if you want to run around
Indeed.
and run around and say I'm independent and I don't need no man, I don't hear any other race of women running around saying that. And I'm not saying all black women do, but for some reason, this whole destruction of the black family is an end game narrative that's been placed into our heads subliminally since the early 90s, and now it's come to pure fruition to where you have a race of women saying they don't need their men. So
This is
what
true.
And
does
do you
that
want it?
equate
So
to?
smoke. So
Not
smoke.
having
Let
a
me.
family. But
So
that's
here's
we're
the.
gonna run
That's
into
another
that. Go ahead.
episode.
That's next week. But
Yes.
go ahead. hmm
But the
So
ass.
you
But
can't
the
do.
ass
I'm just saying.
backwards.
No, I'm just saying. But don't. I'm just saying. Real quick. Let me get back to you, Star Child. But real quick. But like Roni, when you made it into the white lady and their standard and the soccer mom and this, that, and the other, the soccer mom is quote unquote a soccer mom. She's a mom.
That's
And
not the definition anymore.
I
That might
don't
have
know
been
what is the soccer mom. The soccer mom, because
in
I'm
our
lost
age,
here.
like the
Why
soccer
didn't you
now.
stop me if I was wrong before I went on that tirade? God damn it! Why do you make
They
me look like a
are.
fool if I'm wrong with the
The whole point is
definition?
that you're trying so hard to keep up with the Joneses. The Joneses put out there that they can do it all. When I say all, I mean all. Like they got the job, they got the man, they got the house, they got the car, they got the kids.
It's cap though. It's cap. You don't get it?
Some of it isn't smoking. I will tell you,
That's
there are a lot of
cap.
single moms out here that works. They are
No,
married.
I'm talking. No, she's talking about the soccer mom and that she has the husband, the kids, the house, the job, the this, the that. She can't do all of that shit in a full
They
day.
doing it, bro.
We
No
Bro,
know
they
way.
doing
that.
it.
That's our point. That's our point.
It's a
And when
cap.
I'm seeing the self-objectification of women, this is that. That's exactly the point. You're right.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
cap.
It's
Okay.
the thing is, and the hard thing about the self objectification is, and here's an even bigger caveat that most women, and I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash for this, and I think I'm going to make a
Never.
live and say this.
Opinion radio. Fuck
Here's the
that.
caveat: is that all the women that are getting this, yes, opinion ahead, all the women that are getting these BBLs and thinking that this is going to be the game changer. The average man, from what I've heard and from what I've seen, they don't want that shit in their bed or in their face 24/7. They want to look at it, shake on a video, and go about their fucking business.
Yeah.
Do y'all?
You don't want that. I'm gonna be honest. Let's talk to the men about this. Brian, are you still with me?
Yeah, Brian, you up before I start.
I mean, we hear
Okay,
some
maybe
people.
maybe he's taking a quick break. Go ahead, Tony. Go for it. Mike
I'll
is
be
yours.
honest with all the women up here. We do want that. But we
Oh,
also want you to cover it so nobody else comes for it. We want it
The
for
fake butt?
ourselves.
Okay.
No, we want
Okay.
the body.
She
whether
said the
it's fake or
BBL.
real.
Wait. Time out.
Yes.
Time out. She said the BBL. Go ahead.
I'm
The
talking
BBLs
about.
happen. The BBLs happen, and we don't even know sometimes because these surgeries are so good they cover the scars.
Okay.
We want the women with those bodies. We want it to ourselves. Of course, we want people to see it, but we don't want them to want it, so we try to cover it. And a lot of women who get these bodies and they get like this, they feel suppressed or closed in because we're trying to cover and protect them. Once you're ours, no, we don't want to let you go because we're looking for that. And once we have what everybody else is supposed to have, we got to protect it. So you're kind of treasured. Now, as far as going backwards to self-objectification of women, ladies, we did this last year. We did this earlier this year. I'm going to go ahead and say it again. You don't have to show yourself off to get a man. You do not. I will tell you this as a man. We're going to look at you. I'm the kind of dude, I kind of visual women. You know what shocks a man most? When you take your clothes off and you look better than we thought you did. I know a woman right now.
Tony,
I had no idea.
Two single girls on this panel.
I'm gonna tell
Exactly.
you. I'm gonna tell you.
Telling you that I understand. We understand what you're saying and what.
Yes.
Give it his opinion, though. Let him rock. Give it his opinion.
Come on. I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
Great with that. But this is so hard. It's like
Talk to me. We got different aspects here. You got four different states up in the house. Actually, 3 different states in the house. We all seeing different things.
Mm-hmm.
4, if he includes smoking, what he's got going on. I can tell you what I've seen. I can tell you what I've heard. Please tell me what you're seeing and hearing as well.
Oh man.
But you did say to hear the men's opinion, right? Because
Yeah.
Yes,
because
it is.
Star Child did say what the men like. Do we and let him get his manhood off? I don't mean it like that.
Nah, you
I
get
don't
right.
mean like my
And
bad.
y'all
Hold
not
on.
wrong. Women, I
Get
would
it
tell
in.
women all the time. Women all the time. When you throw yourselves out there like this, that's the first thing we're gonna look for. You feel that way because when you try to show your intelligence, a lot of men were intimidated by it. This is 100% true. Chauvinist society has shown us that a woman that's smarter than a man or smart as a man is a threat. So a lot of them have to go back to the submissive ways or the round the house ways, and a bunch of women don't want to do that. They want to have their independence. I ain't got no problem with that. And Smoke, I will tell you from what I've seen. I know what you were saying about women who can't do all this, can't do all that. I know too many women that are doing it. They are doing it, working, taking care of home, maintaining the home, and doing the kids all at once. They're doing it. And the single moms are the biggest example because when they lose their husband to death, more than divorce or cheating, they got to maintain it on their own. They have more of a drive to do it, kind of energizing them to do the nurturing and the protection at the same time. To the fellas out there, we got to take care of our women. We got to stop making them want to get out here and look like this because it's killing it's killing society. As African Americans, it's killing society because a woman are throwing ourselves out there to thinking that's all it is to it. We got to teach them that it's better than that. We have to, because if we go down and the wrong joker gets hurt and messes with your kids and you can't be there for it, whose fault is it? Just being real.
Facts.
Being real. Yes.
As a single, I've been a single, meaning single non-married parent since I was 18.
Right.
Okay. The fathers of my children have been active. Well, one of them has, because I have 2 fathers, 4 children, 3 by one by another. So he was active, but I say single meaning not married, not single meaning he was not available or he was not there.
Copy.
And so, Smoke, when you say we can't do all these things, I didn't have a choice. I had my baby my senior year of high school. I had my baby in March. I didn't graduate till June. I only got a 6-week leave because I had a C-section. They wanted me to come back in 4. I came back after 6 weeks of having a C-section at 18. I didn't miss a day of school. I went into labor at school. I remember.
Wow.
I had to get all of my paperwork and all of my things done while I was in full active labor. And when I came back to school and I walked and I went to prom in May, I had to get all of my life together, like college, everything. The shit didn't stop. And I had to do this, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, literally breastfeeding the baby, writing the term paper, writing my exit essay for school, writing entrance essays for colleges. You know, babies don't care about that shit.
They don't know no better.
And so, this is me at 18.
Yes, that's a lot of pressure. 18 years old.
Now, let me reiterate myself. Now, when I say cannot do all that, okay, I don't mean it can't be done. But when you're doing 5 things at one time without help, how effective can you can't do 5 things at 100% because you're spreading yourself. And that's what I'm
absolutely
getting at
right.
when I say can't. So I don't mean can't as in it can't be done, but I mean you cannot execute 5 things at 100% by yourself.
You're absolutely right.
Very difficult task. So when I say can't, I meant can't
and
do
you're
it
right.
to an effective level
as,
where you want the result that you want without running yourself ragged.
Without running yourself ragged. You're 100% correct.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. And the only win that I got with my kids, and the only reason why I think, and that's why I know God gave me my kids the way he did, is that I never had 2 kids that needed me to do the same thing at the same time. The way my kids are spaced, 27, 24, recently 20 and 14, my kids never needed me to be a thing at the same, like I never had 2 toddlers at the same time. I never had, I had my boys first, so they like the same things. They were more willing to share. So by the time I had my daughter, the gap between my daughter and my oldest son is almost 6 years. So I never had a house full of little ones that needed me to be everything. So it wasn't like they were all fighting over the same bowl or the same toy. Like my older boys, my boys were older. They didn't care about my daughter being born. She was a girl, screw girls, yuck. So they would go away. You know what I'm saying? So no, but for real, that's how little boys are.
Shout out to little boys that don't like girls, man.
Think about it. If you think about it, my oldest son had a little brother. Then I come home with this little girl. He was like, "Oh, boo on you." It's like,
right.
Yeah, I'm good.
So then, and so
I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have to be a thing to all of them. But by the time Brooke came, my older kids were teenagers. They were more like, "Ew, mom, you're having sex." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like,
so
that's a baby. Yeah.
Yes, and so they knew where babies came from. They're like, "Ew, gross, ew." So it was more like, and actually, my oldest son, if I wish he could tell the story, he was happy I had a little girl when I had my youngest daughter, because he would take her out. I'm thinking he's helping me get some rest and clean the house. He's using her as bait for chicks at the park and shit.
Yeah, that's a scandal.
Hey, man,
that's a scandal right there. That's a fact.
Shout out to that.
Shout out to
He's ahead of the
He'd be like, "Hey ma," he'd be like, "Hey ma, let me take the baby out for you," and I'm thinking he's being helpful. No, he out here scamming chicks with his baby sister.
Plead the fifth.
That's how she learned game.
You said what?
That's how she learned game.
No, that's how he got game, because the baby did the work for him. He didn't have to go to the chicks he wanted. They would come to him. "Oh my God, look at the baby." You know what I'm saying? "Oh yeah, that's my little sister." Now they're looking at him with the hearts in their eyes. You know how it goes, Tony. Yes, "Oh, you're so sweet," and "Oh my God, you took your sister out."
See, let me throw this out there, because one thing people always tell me is they love how much I take care of Jason. I did the same thing with Trey. I was just there with him, but women love that I'm trying. True what she's saying. When you got a little child, they see a man taking care of a child, women love that shit. She ain't lying. She ain't lying.
And think about it. Think about it. That's his baby sister. That's his baby sister too. Oh, that's the cutest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
So
as well,
So but I think the self-objectification of women, like I have even had, and I'm just gonna make it personal now, I have even had my own struggles with this. I was a big girl, what they call a BBW now, for a long time, and having babies, depression, bad eating habits, all these things. At my heaviest, I was 285 pounds, like the highway, Tony. I was 285.
Wow.
Okay. Like the highway.
Wow.
And
the bypass. I got you.
Yes. Spaghetti Junction. Okay. So, but
the Beltway to the DMV, folks. The Beltway, same thing.
Yeah, but me being 5'6" and 285. Most people, of course, back then, dudes would be like, "Oh, she thicker than a Snicker," that's thunder. But after I got to a space where, in Chicago, they had the big, God rest his soul, we had a DJ in Chicago named Tornado. He was famous. He would have the big girl bash. The big girl bash. You couldn't even get in if you weren't a size 14.
Oh,
like skinny girls couldn't even, if you weren't a size 14, you couldn't even get in.
You know what? Let me cut you off. T-Roney, what's the name of that spot up there?
They have a spot called
damn it, over there by that mall. What's that mall? Over there by Iverson Mall. It's a spot called Legends. They used to tell me, that used to be where the big girls used to hang out at.
Where? Which mall?
Down by Iverson Mall.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Legends. Iverson Mall. Where is that at?
That's up there in Maryland, close to DC. It's like you going to.
But the thing is that after
they do that, they won't let in nobody but big girls.
But DJ Tornado in Chicago, the big girl bash, and there was to the point where, like you said, if you had to be a size 14, and shout out to nephew Tommy, before he got married, he was like size 16 and up with a big old butt and a short haircut. Remember, nephew he would say that on the radio. Yes, size 16. No, you didn't. but that's what he would say, size 16 with a big old butt and a short haircut. That's what he would. But I'm just saying, but as I lost the weight after my relationship ended horribly, and I was in the process of losing the weight, I've had to deal with like a body dysmorphia, not like to the sense where I'm all sick and I'm not eating, but I've had to adjust to what my body looks like now, because I've gotten used to looking a certain way. Like even when I went back home this past week, my mom said, "How are you? Why are you so skinny?" It's like, but when I was bigger, you said I was too fat. Now I've lost the weight. Now it's, and it's like I've had to adjust to what my body looks like now. Well, one dude told me, "No, you're slim thick now." I'm not sure what that means.
I'll tell
It's
you.
a compliment. It's a compliment. And Kimmy Kylie, just say your comment.
Okay,
You a mess.
guys, go ahead.
You a mess, Kimmy Kylie.
ahead,
Star
Ace.
Child, that was a compliment. Go ahead.
So I've had to adjust, and I've even considered not necessarily a BBL, but getting the mommy makeover. I've had to get adjusted to having loose skin and having serious, because I've had 3 C-sections, 4 kids, 3 C-sections. So my C-section scar looks like ooh wee. So, it's like I've had to adjust to my body not looking what I'm used to it looking like. I've had to adjust to having a lot of loose skin in places where I didn't have it before, my thighs and my arms especially. But am I healthier? Absolutely. But I did it naturally. And that's where I'm at now, is like now it's become a battle of the BBL body versus a natural body. And I'm not mad at the chicks who go
Don't
get
do
a
that.
Do not.
But I'm just telling you how it affects even me. As smart as I am, as intelligent as I am, aesthetically, you want a look. Am I right, T-Roni? You want a look.
And
I
have a similar story, but on the opposite. I was always skinny, and then I got big, and now it's like, okay, like, but she's right, it's always there. I mean, I know what you guys are saying about it, that a guy will appreciate you for who you are, your natural beauty, but you're all on the panel, right?
Yes.
But the reality is, like Ace, you were saying, this is on YouTube. Why does a guy need a girl with a natural body?
You know what I'm saying? Stretch marks, saggy boobs.
You don't listen. Let me tell you. Let me give you the rundown now, right?
Yes.
For example, the individuals that you see pretty on these social media apps, and I'm giving you the man side of it. Tony D, he'll give his rundown after me, right? Let me just give you ladies the real deal. It's coming from the man perspective, right?
Brian, you got to go to the YouTube to put it in the chat.
Hold on, where's Ryan at?
Brian,
you're on the wrong chat. You're on the private chat.
Oh, damn, Brian, I'm missing you. Yeah, Brian, you got to go on. What's his name?
Yeah, he on the private chat. You got to go to public chat.
Okay, well, I see him anyway. He says if she's only 5'3", so makes a lot. Like so makes a lot. I'm gonna like put him on the glass. Baby got back. Oh, baby got back.
36, 24, 36. Only if she's 5'3".
Yeah, so he says petite upper body, thick lower body. That's the definition of slim thick. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Okay, so there you go, Star Child. But what I was alluding to,
all 3 guys jumped in. Tony D, Ace, and
Brian, pull back up, man. Stop playing. It's time to shine.
But see, but this picture, this thumbnail right here, not to be funny, is kind of what. This is personal again, but this is kind of what I lost because I've always been small on top and thick at the bottom. So it's like, this is actually, I had this naturally for a long time. And now that I've lost the weight, it's like, are you kidding me?
Do you miss the attention?
But listen, but now let me break this down from the man point of view. Every man would like to have this. But the reality, the fact is 80% of men cannot have this unless, it's a price attached, unless it's, a pay for play situation or something in this event. But as far as like, because remember, the individual that's doing this, right, is either one or two things. Usually they're in the sex work industry and they're promoting and advertising themselves. Right. Or they're not in the industry and they have a price tag attached to themselves to maybe rent those to the highest bidder, whether it's to go to Dubai or they're just advertising, or whether it's quote unquote thirst trapping. Okay. So the thirst trap, we'll lead into that next, the thirst trap. But the reality is 80% of the men out there are do not have access to this type of individual in the thumbnail. So for the
Yeah.
women that look at this thumbnail and say, "Oh my gosh, I looked like this when I was 25. I don't look like this anymore now that I'm 40." You ladies don't have anything because, in all reality, most of the men don't have access to this woman either.
But
Okay,
Facts.
they are
so
accessible
I'm
now.
just
These women
it's the it's
are
it, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Roni.
these women are accessible now, whereas
Yes,
before
they are.
They are accessible for. Listen, I just now said they are accessible, but at what rate? At the rate
but
of, I'm
people
saying,
are
when you
paying
say
the
it
rate
are
because
accessible,
they're paying the rates, right? We've even done episodes where we had simps, people. The guys are
I just
Flying,
now did
flying,
say that.
flying, flying chicks out.
I just now said for a price tag. I did say it's
Okay.
Yeah.
accessible for a
Yes, you
price
did. You did
tag.
say.
But
But
listen,
here's the
Still
thing,
price tag.
though.
you got to
so
hear
that's
me out.
why I'm agreeing with you that they are
Yes.
accessible.
Yeah, it's accessible, but I said to the average individual. So let's break down the average individual. The average individual may not really have the financial means to afford the access. It's accessible, but how much are you willing to pay to access
How
it?
far are you willing to go for it? Exactly.
How far are you
Yeah.
willing to go for it? So
The two-way
it's
street,
accessible
though.
to a certain amount
As
of
in the
individuals,
in the
maybe
immortal
once
words
in a
of Luda,
while. Go ahead. Go,
in the
tell me
in the
those
immortal
words
words
of Luda.
in the immortal words of Luda, how
Yeah.
low will you go? How low will you go? You know what I mean?
That's
Because
right.
it's like how much are you willing to pay? But I was gonna say on the to back thing is like, so when you say how the self objectification, this really is women self objectifying themselves, and I can say this only because like I said I've had these same issues. And when Tony said, "Do I miss the attention?" Yes and no. I don't
Right.
miss the I don't miss the attention because men have, from my experience, I'm gonna say this is an opinion only. Put that up there, smoke. Opinion ahead.
Right.
Men automatically make make assumptions about you based on how your body is built, about what your intelligence is like, what kind of mindset you have, and
Mm.
what kind of lifestyle you live. So when Tony gave me that compliment earlier and said, I stand on my 10 and my intelligence shuts them down, I found that to be absolutely true because most men, and I'm going to use the term that I hate so much, the bad bitch thing. I was a
Yes.
bad bitch before we had a term for it, but bad bitch is not what I look like. My bad bitch is energy, and most men can't handle bad bitch with
Energy.
energy.
Energy. Energy. You are correct. Energy.
They
And let me
can't handle bad bitch
facts,
energy because
facts.
when I looked like this thumbnail, and even though I was heavier, like Tony said, the things that come out of my mouth, my transparency, my lack of filter, but also my intelligence and my command of the King's English. Play with me if you want to. You
They
could
don't.
talk
They don't need
about
to.
call me a big booty Judy and all that stuff. Talk about my lips, DSLs, all these things, and try to make me feel away.
Don't do it. I'm telling y'all now. Don't do it. Go
Um,
ahead. I've seen it in
and
action. Don't
like
do
I
it.
said, and what that mouth do, all this mouth really do is eat and cuss a lot. But might smile on occasion. But you know what I'm saying. But most men can't handle. They don't. They can't. They can't.
Because of her looks. 'Cause that's what
Yes, they can't. They can't access this woman. Not even because of their money, but because they can't handle the energy.
got
They
shy.
can't handle the
And let me
energy
tell
that
you
comes with this.
Yeah.
exactly. And let me give you now from the men's standpoint. Go ahead, and I'm gonna give it to you, Roni, because I know you got something. You want to go, Roni, before I jump on this real quick.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
From a man, and let me just give you the let me give you the end. I'm giving you free game like I
Yes,
always
please do.
do. Jeez, oh hold on, let me throw this on the stream. The whole game is this. Right now, remember we did like last month, like 2 months ago, we did the dating game. All
Yes,
fucked up
Yes.
now stream,
Yes.
right?
yes,
Heavy
Right
stream.
now, the relationships between male and female are so tight right now, and so the gender war, quote
transactional,
unquote gender war, and
transactional.
everything. It is besides the transactional, the whole thing. When it comes to the energy thing, a lot of men just they don't want to deal with that energy. I'm gonna be
They
honest.
don't.
A lot of men are just like, you know what, man, I'm good.
Yeah. That's the
So,
truth.
like right now, to be honest, because think about it though, a lot of the 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 way, and this is to be like this is to be taken by each his own. The way men look at it is this, and this is it's a philosophy. or this is just human philosophy. If somebody's looking for something, they go to the path of least resistance.
Facts.
Mhm.
Okay. So if it's a lot of energy and if there's a lot of like, if you got to go through a force field, a lot of people will be like, I'm good. But at the same time, the people that are willing to go through the force field and to go through the energy and to, you know, to you understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes things that are easy are not good. You understand what I'm saying? So you may be able to take the easiest path or the path of least resistance to something, and it may not be good because there was
It's not always the
not
best
very much
path.
resistance
That's
at the
right.
same time. But the just human nature, human nature, people don't want to go through resistance. That's just human nature, you know. So if somebody's willing to go through resistance, that they're in it for the long run. So that's the game right there. You know what I'm saying? So it works two ways. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a
Mhm.
positive
Absolutely.
and a negative to it. You know what I mean? Least
Absolutely.
resistance will get more offers. The more resistance will get less offers, but the offers that come are real. You smell me?
Absolutely.
So I just want to put that out there. Giving game to my sisters out there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gotcha. They be putting this on.
Gotta give y'all games. You know, it works both ways.
Oh,
I'll put this
thank you,
on, we put y'all
Kimi.
on. So
Oh,
love,
thank you, Kimi. I just saw Kimi's comment. Thank you. I'm a
let me
whole
throw
vibe.
that up
Yes.
there. Yeah. Let me
I
throw that up there too, man.
it's
So
crazy, but this
it's
self-objectification, like I
real
said, is
though.
ass backwards. And I understand now that it's becoming empowerment and an entertainment. But
I am
what these, especially for women in my age range that I see engaging in these things, what they don't realize is that the culture has shifted, and I'm not sure when it shifted or how it shifted. And I'm not, like Tony said, we're in a crisis right now because, like Sinbad said, we're not sure how to shift it back, how to get it back to
We don't
right.
know how we're gonna come back. Yes, we don't know how we're gonna come back from this.
The youngins have taken over and have shifted the culture so terribly to where, like I said, to where now women my age, our mindsets are younger. We're doing reckless, destructive things to ourselves.
Attention. Just so we
Excuse
can
me?
be noticed.
Yeah,
Just
just so people can see us. And then we,
it's competition,
and
and I
even,
get it.
it's
Mhm.
not it's not
I won't
so
say
much.
competition. I'm sorry to cut you off, Star Child or Auntie Roni. It's not a competition, but like for example, it's the thing right now. It's the thing. It's you know what I'm saying? Like for example,
It's
things
it
are
the
trend.
culture.
It's
is.
the
The
trend. Like
culture.
fuck the picture. It's the thing. Take a picture with your butt out.
And
Like
it's
like
crazy.
you know what I'm
Like, I
saying?
was
It's the
just on
thing.
TikTok today and I saw this woman with this head full of glorious gray hair, her natural gray hair. She finally stopped dyeing it because she was having reactions to the dye. And she has this,
Mm,
she looks like
I
she's
see you, Roni.
Hispanic.
Mhm, mhm.
And she has this, and she looks like she's Hispanic, but she has this thick, full head of this glorious gray hair. And the only thing that she could think to do was to put herself in something sheer and show off her curves as if to offset the fact that she has this head
Right?
full of gray hair.
Mm.
That's what we see. Yeah.
The thing
Yeah.
is,
Yes.
I'm older, but I still got it. Because that's the thing now. Like I still got it.
No, you're taking it
Or what?
as okay. So
Like
I understand your point of view because what you see, if you saw that lady, you would be like thinking, look at this old lady. She thinks she still got it. So she's putting it out there.
no, either she got it
But
or she don't. I don't care if she thinks she can think what the fuck
right.
she want, but
Okay, well,
the
whatever.
picture is
Because you
still
just
the truth.
the terminology
I'm
that you
joking.
just used was like, oh,
Mhm,
she still got it. She put it out there like she still got it.
mhm.
But realistically, she's doing it because she thinks that's the thing that's gonna get her noticed. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
Because
they want that first
Yeah.
impression.
in spite of all this, even in her natural gray hair, like it's, you could tell it's graying naturally. She has like a natural ombre from the brown to the gray. She has like it looks like she dyed it like this, but it's her nat because she, if you, I follow her on her TikTok and you watch how her hair has progressed from when she stopped dyeing it to how it's done now. But the only thing she could think to do was to be provocative as if to offset the fact that she has this 30-inch head full of thick natural gray. And my thing is I'm just happy you still have a hairline, sis, that you have 30 inches of hair that is pure
Uh,
gray. You know what
uh,
I'm saying? Like,
mhm. Facts.
I'm looking at her hair like, I can't wait for my shit to do that. I'm tired of this salt and peppery streaky stuff. I want it just to go blast gray, so I don't want to dye it no more. You know what I'm saying? I want my hair to look like that. I'm not even looking at her body, because if your hair is graying this beautifully and you're maintaining yourself this awesomely, as most people in our age do, then I know your body is good. But the fact that she has to show it in a way to be, like you said, you're going to go into thirst traps. Now women our age are thirst trapping in a way.
For sure.
It's terrible. Like, now we're thirst trapping in a sense of the fact that Gen Xers now, we thirst trapping like, you out here with the girl with the BBL, but she can't cook. Now we're showing off the fact that we know how to cook a full meal from scratch.
Nobody wanted to cook before. But now that the BBL is popping, it's like, well, I don't got
in
a
the
BBL,
kitchen,
but I can
in the
cook.
kitchen, yes.
Tony, you be on TikTok. Tony be on TikTok. You see it, don't you?
I see all that crazy
I do
stuff.
to impress the guy, right? If I don't have a BBL,
Listen,
I can-
but my thing is, look, it's like in this. No, I'm sorry for cutting y'all off. It's funny that you. That is a funny mention. Like, she got a BBL, but I can cook. Damn it.
Yeah,
But you know what?
that's the TikTok video
My shit
now. The BBLs in the kitchen. That's the TikTok.
Listen, and for the younger ladies out there listening, just like, you know what I mean. Don't
do this shit.
no. I'm not even gonna say you don't need a BBL or any of that other shit. Whatever, that's up to you. But just remember that once you turn 40, and this is for men too. Like, the older you get, the odds decrease
Are not
of
in your
marriage,
favor.
and they're not in your favor, because
And the
every
exercise, you got to
season
exercise
for
harder.
men.
You can't go in the gym like you did when you was 20. I'll tell you myself.
I'm just saying,
And
general, for
also-
men, yeah, it's
and
harder because
also
we
too-
losing it. Me and Tony D, like, we not the same nigga I was at 25.
Man,
Like,
it's hard to lose.
it's
It's
harder
good.
to, we can work out every day if
Can
you
I
wanted
ask,
to. But go ahead.
as far as
Go ahead.
health reasons, when
Mhm.
okay, because me, my mental with the healthcare and stuff like that. When you see them overdoing working out too much and excessive, remember, even though you may gain weight in like your 30s and your 40s, your body degenerates in your
Yes.
in your 50s. So
Yep.
you have to be careful with
Of what you're doing in the gym. I
muscle
agree.
mass and every that's what I say,
Yeah.
everything in moderation, right? Like, that's the
Yeah.
key.
I don't take none of that crap.
That's why I only, when I do light weights over 2 or 3 days a week, just to maintain my muscle mass and bone, because I know that especially as women, we fall, we degenerate, and that's what causes the
Men
hip
too.
cracks and the knee stuff.
Yes.
And why we shrink is because we're not working those muscles. We're not building at least enough muscle mass to maintain. There's no movement. So as soon as you move, and that's why I'm getting into other ways to do it, because let me tell you something, these are not the same knees that showed out for the 99 and the 2000. These knees are raggedy as fuck.
My back ain't the same trying to do all them damn dance moves either.
I do not have knees like Megan. Fuck Megan and them knees, okay?
That's
No.
right.
Not doing,
Well, I mean,
no kid and play dances. No time
first,
soon.
back in our day,
So
we used to have dirty wine, right? Back in the day.
yes.
I could do a dirty wine anytime, any day. You ask me to do
Dirty,
it, even do one.
It's a
I
clean
wish
one. Not a dirty one.
Look,
It's
all you
clean.
go
It's a dirty one, a clean one.
Ronnie. All you gonna hear these days is snap, crackle, and pop. You dig?
That's right. I'm in the
Snap,
chiropractor
crackle,
hard
and
after
pop.
work. You can imagine what's going to happen on
Look.
the dance floor. You ain't lying.
But when you think
You're gonna
about
get
it,
old. All these girls, they're gonna get old. It's gonna be a newer generation. So what
But
do you-
here's the thing too about the BBL movement too, is that I hate it, is that it's also, like I said, I would prefer for women, if they have these surgeries, to just be transparent. Tell the people who the doctor is. Tag the doctor. Just
I'll be
quit
damned.
hiding and lying and trying to get around it. It's not even celebrities anymore. It's like the influencers, Ari Fletcher, Jada Cheeves, all these people. At least Lotto, the rapper Lotto, the young girl, I like the fact that she and Young Miami have been very transparent about the fact they had surgery. They got their teeth done, everything done. They're very unapologetic about it. If you're
Can I
going
say
to do
something
it,
about that? Big ups to the
What?
people who admit to getting their teeth done. Because I saw that story when that dude married that woman and the kid had crooked teeth. And he sued her ass and one found out she had dental surgery before they got married. He never knew about it. I didn't realize that was such a crime. Big up to the people who do surgeries to fix themselves.
Oh no, I'm
crime,
getting
goddamn
I'm
it.
getting ready. I'm getting ready. Look, no, I'm getting ready to get my teeth done. But I'm just saying. But at least be transparent, because in our day, our parents wasn't getting us braces. Exactly.
Yeah,
especially for a kid like me who had like a slight overbite, but my bottom teeth were jacked up. Just for the bottom, oh, she better cover that joker up. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's what you got the top ones for.
Right.
Exactly.
I need eyeglasses for all my eyeglasses.
But
and I still had to get A's. I couldn't even see the board, but I still had to pass my classes and pass my test with new glasses. I couldn't wait to get to college, because as soon as I got to college,
classroom,
I had my own insurance. I was like, the first thing I'm gonna buy is some glasses.
Wow. Exactly. Yeah. And that's another thing for me too. And another thing too is, like I said, at least be transparent about the fact that you're having these procedures done. If you're an influencer and you have this kind of influence, you got 1.5 million followers, tell the people you've had a BBL, tell the people you've had your teeth done, tag your people that install your wigs. You don't wake up like this. You don't look like this. You didn't look like this Yes, you didn't look like you didn't look like this 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
But remember, now we're gonna bring this full circle, and you're exactly right, Star Child. You're exactly right. But remember, entertainment, right? Because these people, like, you have certain levels, like say the KMK, this one, to that one, whoever, like the famous in IG, or whoever the fuck they are is that are known for looking bad. You know what I'm saying? We all know there was some kind of work done, and but remember, we as normal folk, right? We cannot allow, and this is where everybody comes into their own world. But see, this is where people watch a lot of television, because remember, we're consumed entertainment. We're consumers, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We consume entertainment, like So the Night Smoke podcast, the number one podcast in opinion radio.
Booyaka.
Who?
The Night Smoke podcast. Us, goddamn.
Yes. Oh, okay.
You smell me? So
yeah.
But like, for example,
like, I was feeling where it was going.
Facts, but we can't, like, when we watch the celebrities and stuff like that, we cannot, as normal folks, let them set the precedence of how we should be, how we should live, how we should look. You understand what I'm saying? So normal folk, and I say normal folk as in us, we know goddamn well. I pull up on Kim K, she gonna be like, what's your name again?
Exactly. Hold them out.
Nigga, what?
She's gonna be like,
nigga, who?
I look better than Kanye, so if she marry him, if it wasn't just for money, if she do it, whatever. But I'm just she at least asked my name, like, oh shit, he may be somebody. Who you play for again? I'm joking, but I'm just saying. But look, basically, we know that we can't live our standards and measure and compare ourselves to these people.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? So we cannot let them set the standards on how we should live, look, or be. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, they have a whole bunch of good shit, but I'm not gonna go broke just trying to have some good shit or some overpriced shit that I can't afford just because somebody that is rich. And let me just give you as Tony D would say, spoiler alerts. They get a lot of that shit for free, man.
Facts. They got the hookup on.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff. You walk into a dealership, you take a picture with them, you walk out with a free Mercedes. You smell me just to say. So
I mean, a lot of doctors, and you're right. In Atlanta, Tony can attest. A lot of doctors in Atlanta will do a surgery, certain kinds of procedures for free or at a lower cost, just to have a celebrity or an influencer tag them on their social media.
Free press.
Work.
A lot of them had their teeth done for free, because I could tell you right now, I'm getting dental implants because due to cancer.
Don't give the game out, Mom.
Sorry, I forgot. Well, I'm getting
the game out.
Your open disclosure ass need to calm down. We got you.
Sorry, but I'm getting mine done. Yes, thank you. My bad.
Just so you know, Kimmy Calla, we got her when you ain't there. Don't worry about it. We got her. We just got to keep her around. That's all.
Yeah, my bad. I forgot. I'm on the thing.
Yeah, I mean, we transparent. We keep it a band, and that's what I.
And I'm only doing. And this is, but see, here's the thing. I said to myself, I could have any cosmetic procedure, but my teeth for me is a personal thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Because between being a cancer survivor, having babies, people don't understand your teeth go through a whole entire thing. And so now that I'm in a position and I'm no longer in childbearing, thank you, Jesus. I wish I would.
Jesus. Don't thank Jesus. Well, yeah,
I'll thank the doctor that.
you gotta slow down on some of the things you do to get your babies.
Yes,
no, I'm talking about the fact that I've been
having no more children.
Yes, I've been fried, dyed, laid to the side. Yeah.
I'm done.
You usually at 40, when you know. Go ahead.
35, you chill biology.
Hillary's pregnant and she's 48.
God bless her. Oh, God bless her.
Naomi
Janet was
had her first kid at 54.
Okay. God bless her.
I'm just saying, it's usually not recommended. I'm just saying.
It's not. But see, these are Janet Jackson is also a multimillionaire. She can do whatever she wants to do.
Yeah. You never know who really carried the babies. You never know what happened behind the closed door. Who really knows? And then they afforded the privilege to the best.
She might have stored an embryo back in her 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Because remember, they freeze eggs and stuff like that. Because remember,
like I said, she might have stored an egg or two back in her 20s and just had it implanted. You don't know.
Only 1 or 2. Why not a dozen? You got that kind of money. Why not a dozen?
But I'm just saying, it's like. But it's just for me, this was the only cosmetic procedure that I could see myself willfully undergoing because it's not invasive. It's something that's going to be immediately able to heal from. I don't have to worry. And because I have lupus, I don't have to worry about infections and all the types of craziness that could go wrong with my body. So,
you didn't read Kimmy
yes, I did.
Comment. She good. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, continue.
And then I said too, it's like, at this point, the way I feel about it with this ass backwards, as much as I sometimes go back and forth in my head when I'm going through my social media, as for the normal world that I live in and the normal dudes that I fuck with, because I don't come across athletes and rappers and shit on a regular basis. This is the body I got. Like it or not, fuck with it. If you don't, that's it.
Facts. And I'm saying, you still get awful. I'm just saying.
Look. I feel like, with my tiger stripe kangaroo pouch having ass, you gonna like it or not? That's what it is.
You get more thumbs up and thumbs down, so you good. I'm just saying. Generally speaking, it was just more like of a thing of like the topic. I would assume was more like to the point of like, like you can't feel offended if you're walking down the street looking like this with the thumbnail on, right?
Absolutely not. And I never got offended.
If a handsome guy
when I was looking like that.
If somebody that was a handsome looking man in your eyes, if you come out the house, let me just rewind. If you come out the house like this in the thumbnail, say this young lady, for example, right?
She's looking for attention. She's looking for attention. Yes, you're looking for attention. Absolutely.
So if you get negative press, it's like, wow. Like, for example, you may feel, right? Because listen, I'm gonna bring this back because, right, you may feel, for example, wow, you didn't have to exactly have that one on, right? But if the unattractive man is looking, it's creepy. But if Tom Brady's looking, it's mission accomplished. I'm just saying, or The Rock, or I'm just saying the. So you got to realize it comes with both worlds if you're looking for that type of attention. So you can't say, well, man, I objectify women because back in the 90s when I was younger, this type of wardrobe was into play. Like in the 90s when I was. This wasn't really into play. Like it wasn't.
No, we were still covered up. We were sexy, but we were covered up. This didn't start until the early, till like I said, 99 and 2000. This didn't start, and
it's looking crazy.
And now. I remember, I never dressed like this, but I do remember me and my mother having serious conversations about, like Tony, when Tony mentioned move something, we had to be called the move something dresses, bodycon dresses, and short and tight. And me and my mother, but my mother was a little more free thinking because she came up in the 60s when they wore super short mini skirts. So at some, they wore super short, dresses and mini skirts back then. So her thing about it wasn't that it was short, it was just the body kind. It was like, why does it have to fit like that? You know what I'm saying? Why do you have to be able to see the crease of your behind, the cleft? Actually, my mom said, why do you have to see the cleft in your behind?
She's right.
Correct.
She's right. Don't show them everything up front,
John.
Easy.
But you're right. What if I got to see the print? I don't
Yeah,
need
you
to
know what
see
I'm
the
saying?
cleft
And
in the
her thing
chin.
about
No.
biker shorts was not the fact that it was biker shorts, because we've been seeing biker shorts, men wore them first. She said it's just the fact that it's how you present them. It's like
agreed.
Right.
So she said it's the presentation that's trashy, not necessarily the clothing itself
and the way you wear it. It's the way you.
Yes,
it's how
because
you
even the young lady in here, I could tell she's at a beach. She's somewhere where this is probably appropriate. But why does your ass?
It's at Disney
Oh,
World.
It's at the amusement park. Yeah,
this is actually at Disney World.
Oh wow, that's a lot for an amusement park, Miss Lady. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
That's the style now, though. That's the style.
Okay.
So in her mind, she's just going to this. I mean,
Disney World.
Yes, I'm telling. I mean, like in our brain,
there's children everywhere. I'm just saying.
Like,
it's funny that you asked, because I never was going to say where this was taken.
But right now, this is the style. The girls with the shorts.
Yeah.
How the shorts look.
And on top of that too, living now that I've lived in the South for a long time, but Texas is even hotter than Georgia. I will say this: I do understand to a certain extent why those of us who live in places where it's 3 digits for 4 to 5 months at a time, why they don't care about looking like this. It is ridiculously, treacherously hot.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
hot. That's true. That's true.
Don't nobody have time. Ain't nobody got time to be worried about if a little bit of my ass is hanging out the bottom of my shorts. It's hot, motherfucker. If you haven't seen the ass at this point, have at it. It's hot.
I'm hot.
I'm gonna give you the answer to tell Malcolm X. Old girl said, "What's wrong? You ain't never seen titties and ass before?" He said, "Not these."
This is a new pair. Not yours, but I smell these.
And you could have a heat stroke. You got on too many clothes out here. So I'm not saying that this is necessarily appropriate for amusement park, but if you're going to the beach, or if I'm going to Walmart and this is what it's looking like, it's gonna have to look like that today.
This is more.
I have no issues with this. I want this to be totally clear. I have no issues with this myself. This is just conversation.
But as an older woman, as a woman who's in her mid 40s, I will say that I have migrated more towards
conservatism.
No, not conservatism, but like, because I do live in a warmer climate, I will say I have migrated more towards the maxi dress, a more form-fitting maxi dress, because you get the airflow circulation, so you do get the coolness, and I'm still more covered. You do get to see the outline of my body a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? There's other ways to present it without it being this.
Yeah. And this isn't bad, because this actually covers the entire
ass.
Yeah, because I've seen, the shorter ones where there's
in part of her thigh.
Yeah. So this isn't the worst.
I'm
just like, I think it was more of the woolly.
Good night, Kimmy.
All right.
Good night, Kimmy.
Good night, Kimmy Kali.
We're gonna make sure you're good. We're gonna be shouting you out. So check your inbox on the IG.
But but this is really self-objectification of women, because a lot of us, as me and T. Roney have said, is that it's really how we look at things, how we process. And I'm glad, T. Roney, that you said that you do it too. Is like, you see these images and you see these chicks. But I just know, for me personally, my kids are very active, and these are grown men. My oldest son is almost 30. I don't want him to be embarrassed by me in any way. I would hate to be a source of contention for my children. They have it hard enough, because
Yeah.
you know, living in this new world and trying to, you know, maintain. And then when, no offense, when they see, not to be funny, but when people meet me or they see me and they're like, that's your mom, and it's like, because I don't look like what I guess they think 46 is supposed to
Stifler's
look like.
moms. My bad.
You know, I just realized, you know what, Smoke? I just realized what a MILF was like 2 weeks ago. I didn't know what a MILF was.
Yo,
I
you
gotta
know
get my
what? I'm gonna
drink. I
double
gotta get my
down.
drink. I ain't gonna do
Look,
this.
look.
I'm not gonna do this.
I'm gonna even double down, and y'all gonna even look at me. I'm gonna slap myself after that. I never knew what the fuck a fuba was.
I
Fupa.
just found out
A
this week.
fupa?
I just found out
Fupa,
this week
whatever the
myself.
fuck you just said it was.
What? A fupa? A fupa?
That's
Facts.
Yeah,
I
that's
just found out what it was.
that's the kangaroo pouch we get after we have babies or C-sections usually.
I know now. I know what it is. Ronnie, sit your ass down. I know what it is, right? But what happened is there was a there's a dude on YouTube, and there was a girl that made a funny ass YouTube video that went viral, and she had on some like a biker shorts or whatever. But I guess she had just had a baby, and she was just like, "Come on and get some. Come and get some, baby." The footprint is crazy.
Yeah.
The footprint is crazy.
which
The
Yeah.
footprint.
Yeah.
I was
So,
like,
hey,
Puma. So
I
thought that was a new
I
word
got
for
one right
coochie
now.
or something. I mean,
No.
now that I know what the fuck it is, because I just didn't know what.
Like, I didn't know what a
I mean,
MILF was until 2 weeks ago.
I've seen other, I've seen women unclothed before, but I never knew what a fubo was. A fupa? How do you pronounce it?
Fupa.
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 It's a fupa.
Because I was like, what the hell is she saying? And everybody's
It's a
laughing every
fupa.
time he shows the video clip. And I was like, what the hell is she talking? And I'm thinking,
It's a fupa.
Now we
Now
feeling
I
guilty
know.
because we had fupas, you know, like
No,
Exactly.
don't feel guilty. No. I thought it was
Like
what
I
I'm trying to
said,
say
you
is,
go
I
you
thought
go
it
you go
was
you gonna take me with my tiger
listen.
stripe kangaroo pouch tail.
No, stop. Time out, y'all. What I'm what I'm trying to say is I thought that was a new word for like camel toe or something.
No.
I'm not trying to shame. I'm not trying to fuba or pooba shame. I thought that was a new word for camel toe or something because she had
No.
all that right there. So I was like, okay. So now I know. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, fupa.
Just
But
saying.
no, like I said, and for those, and like I didn't
I never
realize
looked
like
it up
it's
either.
and I didn't realize either is that I'm Tironi, I'm just to you, Tironi, as a woman, I'm starting to understand and unlearn the self-consciousness, the things that we think that men care about. I'm starting to really get it because my guy friends had let me know they could care less about stretch marks, fupas. They don't look at Tony's face. They don't care about nothing.
Hygiene and appearance comes in. Now, the cosmetic shit you can work
is
on
number
later.
one.
Hygiene and appearance, how you carry yourself and what you want to do to better yourself catches our attention.
And then I found out that some of y'all actually like the fupa. Like y'all like that.
That's what I'm trying to say. So
Look at Tony's face.
Let me tell you something. That's what the moral of the story is this, right? Because we're going on.
Look at Tony's face. He look like a little kid. He like a little boy caught doing something bad.
Let me tell you, I'm guilty.
Go ahead, Tony. Get him.
Listen, I'm about to be 50. What I realize is what women go through after kids and through life. You all are not going to walk around with 20-year-old bodies. And if you can maintain it, fine. But if not, I'm not necessarily going to use it against you. It's when you start looking sloppy and lazy. That's what turns us off. When you start looking, as much as we may want a housewife, and even some of us may be chauvinistic and want you not to do nothing, we want you to keep yourselves up the same way you want us to keep ourselves up. We got to maintain stamina. We got to be in shape. See these women walking around here looking like this? We got to worry about those dudes walking around looking like bodybuilders.
Exactly.
So you all are not going through this by yourself on that struggle. We got to go through these bodybuilding dudes, especially these dudes. I'm about to be 50. There's 50-year-old men in shape.
Oh yeah, 50. Let's go, Zaddy. One time for the Zaddies. One time for the Zaddies.
Look over there.
That's what I'm trying to say. So
I'm just saying, go through these.
Ladies don't feel that way.
Don't you feel like you got to look like them? What you got to do, and I'm gonna tell this woman. We said this last year. I'm gonna tell y'all again. All y'all got to do is get in shape and keep your hygiene up. We coming. We already understand.
Well, you already know.
See, here you go. All we got to say is Some of these women who can't do the exercises due to surgeries, medical conditions, we got that. That's not a problem. It's the problem that you don't want to do nothing with yourself. More than this shit right here, there it is. More than that shit right there is when you don't want to take care of yourself. They look like they're taking care of themselves because it looks like exercise and looks like diet. When you don't look like either one of them, that's the turnoff. And I tell all the women this shit. You got to do something to take care of yourself. Now, if you don't have the money, we understand. If you're going through a struggle, you understand. If you're a single mother, we understand. We're not going to discriminate against those because our mothers took care of us and sacrificed themselves for us. We understand what you're doing to sacrifice yourself for your kids. And when a man comes in, he's going to try to help you get better within yourselves. But we got to fight these bodybuilders. Sometimes physically.
Fact.
Sometimes physically, seriously, because they're going to come up, they're going to push up, they're going to disrespect, and they're going to disrespect to show how strong they are. They're going to disrespect to show how much money they got. They're going to disrespect because they know they look better than us. But what they don't know is how much I am in shape, even though I don't look like it. And I can be just as strong as you without your shape and knock you the fuck out. That's just me, though. I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, ain't nothing like.
For the ladies, let me grab this real quick. I got you right after this. Out for the
Sorry,
ladies.
I didn't mean to cut my bad.
Nah, you good. No, come on, man. This is open forum. This is what we do. So what we got to think about, right? What we got to keep it in mind is that, like, for the ladies for every one of these, right? There's the Rock or the unknown version of that nigga walking around in the street.
Just elbows the Denzel Washington
shirt off. Yeah,
the LL
like,
Cool J's.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's
don't
feel. It's a whole different comparison level here.
It's a whole different comparison, but listen. But it's all competitive. Listen, it's the dating market is competitive. Like, think about this now, right? So you may have the woman that's a 10, like and then you have the man that's the 10, like whoever the fuck, the Rock or whoever you ladies want to say is the 10. I'm just throwing the number out there because it's somebody that everybody can relate to, like a popular person or whoever the hell is the sex symbol for the ladies, and you got the sex symbol for the men. That don't apply to us. We regular folks. But then you got the regular folks, and then you got some that look comparable to those people as far as their whatever. But we got to realize we all got our own lanes, we all got our own leagues. But at the same point, also, who does take it plays into it, because if you look like this, or you look like a 10, but your attitude is a 0, or your personality is a 0, whatever you're looking for may not last. You understand what I'm saying? So don't like remember that also comes into play. So don't look at this person in a poster and say, wow, that's a perfect body, or that's a whatever, and feel any way about it. You know how that goes, man. Like this is the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
I feel you.
Exactly.
It's who you are. You know what I'm saying? So when all the superficial shit wears off, who the fuck are you?
That's it. Who are you? Who are you?
I rent a Ferrari for a weekend.
Who are you besides your money? Who are you besides your actions? That's the truth.
Yeah, it's like,
your body, your appearance, your money, and your actions. Who are you? Who are you in your heart? That does matter. I agree.
It does matter because I look at, like, I watch a lot of, and conversely, I watch a lot of TikTok. Let me tell you something. TikTok got some fine motherfuckers on TikTok. Oh shit!
I call this shit TikTok.
TikTok, and I would just tell you, T-Roni, and maybe you could attest. It's like grown up. It's not. I wouldn't call it Pornhub, but it's like these dudes be on here looking like new money.
Thirst, what's the name?
And I have fallen off into big talk and silver fox talk. And let me tell you something. When you see these men with these glorious gray beards and these 6-packs and they're 50 plus and yeesh.
I hate that nigga, whoever they are.
Don't be a hater. My favorite. One of my favorites. It's called the Silver Fox Squad. It's like 5 or 6 of them. They're like a collective. They go around doing good works in the community and stuff, but they look amazing. They're called the Silver Fox Squad. And there's one in particular, because I'm a roller skater. He goes by Push. I think Tony might have seen him. He's a white dude, goes by the name Push, but he's a roller skater.
Mm-hmm.
push 15-15. He's a roller skater. He's trying to revive the skating culture, but he's older. So when you see his videos, you see him skate. He taught Usher how to skate. He's Usher's skating instructor.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So he goes around the country, Brooklyn. He spends a lot of time in New York. He spends a lot of time in Atlanta, of course, but he goes to these places.
Yo,
and
tell
he's
a nigga
so
check
cool.
in next time we come to New York.
Right. You got to check in like I do.
Check in with me, man.
And actually,
Like
Tony, he's doing an event at Cascade on the 22nd where the Silver Fox Squad is taking over Cascade, and they're doing it for a 40 and over crowd only. Wow. So they're trying, so they're trying to, so they're trying to elevate the skating culture. You know what I'm saying? He has his own merch. He has his own, he like customizes his own skates for men and women, but it's a beautiful thing. And that's this is the type of culture, like I said. But for men, they make it look a lot more sexier than they do for us, don't they, T-Ronnie?
Yes, they do. Yes.
We got to show some type of endurance and security. We got to show financial security, financial endurance.
Sexy is sexy, man. Like, you know
maybe
what I'm
not sexy, sluttier. He seems sluttier.
Yes.
Like easier.
It's like, and like, you know, and it's like when you see the even the TikToks where
he ain't got print shots, right? I'm sorry, y'all. Like, these men are not having print shots.
No. These are men that are very well dressed. Like if you go to the IG, the Silver Fox Squad.
Okay.
Yes. No, these are very well dressed.
Okay.
No, very well dressed. They go to these upscale things. These are men who are in fraternities. These are men that are, but they formed a collective to go back to the community. Yes, teach the youngins how to dress, teach the youngins how to tie ties, teach them the importance of accessories, accessorizing, you know, maintaining and grooming. But they also do it to gain attention for these organizations and stuff. Because when you see 5 or 6 dudes with all these great beards and they're all funky, fresh, dressed to impress, ready to party.
Let me say something. Carrying themselves properly.
Yes, but moving through a crowd as a unit.
And booted. Yep.
And you see them, and these are men moving in unit, as Tony's in the military, moving in unit, moving as a unit, as a collective, and they're all, you know, like you said, suited and booted, because they had a thing on their IG where they went to Essence Fest, and you saw them moving through the crowd. The crowd literally parted. These are not celebrities, but the crowd parted for them because you saw them dressed a certain way, commanding a certain sort of attention. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, I want a slutty guy. I want a guy who wears the booty shirt and do the booty bounce too. Where can we find that? I want you
somewhere.
Don't get me wrong. Like I see, you know, like it's true. Our zaddies always come with sophisticated looks.
Yes.
That is sexy to, you know, for some females, I guess. I'm not gonna say
but I want some hoochie daddy shorts too.
Some D'Angelo, how does it feel video? A little.
Yeah, I want the Nike basketball. Look, I want the T-Ronnie knows what the uniform is. I want the Nike basketball shorts, the slides, a beater, and a nice chain to hang in my face.
I don't do the slides. I can't stand that style.
Yes. I want the Nike basketball shorts, the beater with a nice body and a nice little chain and a Jesus piece to hang in my face. You understand? Let's get a little grimy.
This thumbnail, like if this is the female version of what the male would want, like this is it. The female version would be the what you just described, like cut up, you know, nice chiseled body. You know what I'm saying? Like the
now it's gray sweatpants season, so we need the gray sweatpants with a beater.
Oh my God!
You like the
yes, please.
You like for the ladies. You like the
No. They're regular sweatpants. You just have to have enough meat to make a print. You understand?
Oh, I'm good. I'm not lacking in any department, but
well then you have nothing. But Ronnie knows what I'm talking about. It's regular sweatpants. Yes, go ahead and clap. It's gray sweatpants season. This is like sundress season for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I did see something on IG that said, "Whew, it's fall now. I can actually get dressed."
Exactly. And I saw on TikTok where it was like, "Ooh, it's gray sweatpants season." Now they sitting with their legs spread. Come on now with the gray sweatpants, please come through.
For the fellas out there.
You know what I'm saying? And nothing better than seeing a dude.
Don't be offended when we look at you when we see you in your gray sweatpants, we just looking at you. You're just a
waste.
A
waste. You're just a waste.
Really want and focus on is your mental and who you are as a person.
No, we're looking at your waist, sweetie. We're looking at your waist.
Y'all playing.
We're looking. No.
We're talking about immediate as far as immediate attraction.
Yeah, of course. We're looking at your. We're looking at your waist.
They're playing. They're playing us, dog. They're playing us. Don't worry about it. They're playing us.
And that's.
I'm good. Trust me.
And I'm saying it's like we're looking at your waist.
I'm good.
Like the gray sweatpants. I bet y'all missed us in them biking shorts too. That's what y'all really missed.
I never owned that.
Guy for his personality.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Smoke. Remember when I played that Hammer video? That pump.
T-Roni, yeah, T-Roni. We were going. Look, T-Roni. We were going to the basketball court just because we thought you played basketball good.
That was. Well, whatever, man.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Y'all gotta hold on 1 second.
We're gonna
Homeboy's about to pitch. Homeboy's about to pitch.
We were going to the basketball. We were going.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Tony B. Don't give me a copyright.
You know what that is, right?
I can't hear, but
Edwin Diaz is about to
pitch. Gonna give me copyright strike.
What is it?
No copyright strikes, Tony.
I turned it down.
What was it?
Yeah, don't give me copyright.
Edwin Diaz is about to pitch for the Mets. You know they play the music for him, right?
Oh, when he comes on, okay. So I was trying to wrap this up indiscreetly without saying I want to see the game and shit.
Okay, go ahead. So you want to watch the game? All right.
The Mets are in the playoffs. Star Child, I got to talk to you for a minute. You represent Washington County. We represent Queens, New York. The Mets are in the playoffs. You got to excuse us, please.
Well, excuse me, Sue. I do represent Washington County, but I also represent Cook County, the 312-773-708. That's where I'm from, Southside. One time.
Didn't she say less?
One time.
You just did not do it.
You said what?
She said to say less, and you just did not do it.
Right.
Oh wow, that's how you feel, Tony D.
You know better than that.
I know. But yes, I have to represent for the South Side one time.
We got to represent Queens when we can at our fullest. And right now, the Mets are in the playoffs. This is something we have not done in quite some time. It is way.
So I understand the excitement. Yes. That makes sense to me. Why I've been seeing everybody and they Mets gear. Okay, that explains.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I got plenty.
Well, y'all go ahead.
I'm predicting. No, well, the game is over now, but I'm predicting. I was trying to, what's the name? Because I haven't actually been watching, but I'm like, I know it's getting closer. So I'm like, let me just keep back in. But I got it on, bro. But that's all love. It's all love.
Probably Padres is 4-0 top of the 8th, and they just broke.
I got you. I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna jump on that joint. But what I want
Queens represent Queens, New York.
I want to definitely thank everybody for coming through the joint.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for pulling up.
I appreciate the invite.
It's much love, man. You know how we do on Sundays. I want to start with where can we find you if you would like to give any handles out. For anybody that's a nut job out there, don't jump in their DMs talking crazy. All right.
Yeah. There's enough of that going on as it is.
If you choose not to leave any social media handles, that's fine. And we're gonna start with you, Star Child. Go for it.
I am Starchild 226 on IG. I am also Starchild with 2 R's 226 on TikTok. I'm not giving out my government, and I really don't fool with Facebook like that, so don't worry about that. But if you want to catch me on IG or TikTok. And that's about it.
Oh, love. Star Child in the building. Hang tight. Just that. Tony D.
Y'all already know I'm all over the damn place. So I'm gonna start y'all off for real. Find me on Twitter, TONY163. A lot of the videos that I do, I will post them there as well. You can find me at Tony D on YouTube. I gotta find that link and send it out to everybody. You can find me on TikTok, TONY19723. I'm all over the place sharing my videos there. On Instagram, I am TONYTON72. On Twitch, I am also TONYTON72. Twitch, I need you to fix your login issues. I need y'all to work on those login issues straight up. You can also find me here on Sunday Night Smoke. Yeah, Twitch got login issues. I don't know what's going on. Find me here on the Sunday Night Smoke podcast. Every time he's doing something, if you can't find me, he can find me. Find me on latenightparents.com with my man Ted Hicks. Big up for Ted Hicks for real, all the way live. Find me on the Nonsensical Nonsense podcast, Mondays 6 to 8, Wednesdays and Saturdays 6 to 9. I will not be there for the next few weeks. I got to work swing shifts, so you won't see me on the show with them. I told them I'll probably be in the comments more than anything. I also tend to do my own thing every now and then. You can find me as the random multi-broadcaster some damn way. Yeah, some damn way. Just get ready.
Name.
Just get ready. You don't like that name?
I like that name.
No, yeah, she likes that name.
I came up with it last year.
First time you heard that name, Roni? That's the first time you heard that?
It's the first time, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't heard it either. I like it too. I never heard that either.
I've been doing this since last year. I put up the random multi-broadcast on my Hats broadcast. But y'all will see me. You can find me on Smoke Show. You can find me on Ted Show. You can find me on Nonsense. Definitely look for me on Twitter. I keep a lot of my updates on Twitter. I don't give on my Facebook a whole lot. I have enough stalkers over there, and I'm trying to stop the damn fake emails and messages from Instagram and TikTok. And TikTok started sending the crazy folks over to my Twitter and my Instagram as well. I don't mind friending folks as an audience, as a follower, as somebody who knows what I'm doing on the broadcast, but I'm not looking for a sugar mama. And fellas, I'm not gay. No, that's all there's to it.
You're not looking for a sugar mama?
I saw a thin line between love and hate. No.
Smart man. Roni, get at me. What we got?
I am on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch as T. Roni Robinson, aka T. Roni Rob, aka Blinging Rock. I have a show, 3 shows. Oh, I was going to put it in the chat, but I'll put it in the chat tomorrow.
Nah, go for it.
Cover Rocky Horror. It's going to be the October the 22nd at the Appel Center in York, Pennsylvania. So if you're going to be in York, Pennsylvania on the 22nd, come show up. We had 2 successful shows last night and the night before, and want to thank Creative Alliance. And we're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to keep this networking. I love this. Thank you, Brian, for showing.
Brian in the house.
Kelly,
salute to
for
Brian.
being on deck. And that is all. Ace World, how about you?
All right, let's see where we at. First, I'd like to once again always thank everybody for coming through. Much love. Kimmy Kali, Powers, get well soon, sister. Brian, thank you for pulling up.
Oh, can I throw one more thing out there?
Go ahead, man. Throw it out there, bro.
I got a homegirl,
man.
She suffered pretty bad from that Hurricane Ian situation.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, she pretty much things. She got 3 kids with her as well. I will be thinking about trying to do something for her. I did try to send her something when I had it before. She had a couple of the friends looking out for her. I told her, let me know what she needs. I will be putting that information out as soon as she lets me know in the event that she will need it. But for the folks we got down there in Florida, anybody who's in the Caribbean, y'all know people going through the struggle. Throw it out there. We'll put the word out, see who can do what, because I know a lot of people want to help and want to assist. I know they need a lot more direct assistance than the regular contributory posting and messaging.
Yeah.
And more than prayers, people are going to need the economic and the physical assistance right now. We pray for everybody a lot. As we can see, as much as I'm not an atheist, as much as we've been praying and keeping people in our prayers, they're still going through the struggle. I was halfway going through it myself, and people did answer them, but I also had to pick myself up. I also had the opportunity to pick myself up. Let's try to help the people out who can't do what we did. And let's not look down on the people who can't move the way we move or can't follow our advice because they're not able to due to their struggle, and you was able to get through yours. Let's not judge along those lines, for real. Appreciate it, man.
Much love. So let's see. Thank everybody for coming through. Pull back up next Sunday. You know how we get down, man. Sundays, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on that East Coast. You know, please like, share, subscribe. Everybody on the panel. Please comment. Let us know how you feel about the video.
Blind motherfucker. I'm sorry. Oh, he was safe. You blind motherfucker.
Be nice. Yeah, I can say he was safe.
So aggressive. So aggressive.
Playoff baseball, goddammit. This is playoff baseball, goddammit. This is the playoffs.
He's out. He's out. My bad. I was wrong. He's out. Yeah, the Mets are in the playoffs. I get like this. Y'all can have y'all teams. When the Mets playing, I'm in everybody's ass.
Let's go Mets.
That's right.
Let's go
Remember
Mets.
that.
New York City. Let's go Mets. Shout out to the Yankees. Shout out to
Big ups to the
Jets.
Mets.
Shout out
Big
to the
ups to the
Giants,
Mets.
man. We had a big day in football today. We had
The Jets, the
it was
Giants,
a
the
good look today
Bills.
overall, man. You know, Bills. Shout out to the Buffalo Bills. So I like to just basically let me shout out the network, man. Let me start off. Shout out to Freedman Media. Please like,
Big
share,
up Freedman
subscribe.
Media. Brother
Brother
Shannon, where you at,
Shannon.
man? Get at me, man. Stop playing.
Dig
You
him
got
up.
stuff to do, man.
You know what I'm saying? Big dab, brother up. Like, share, subscribe. Information, man.
Yes, Shan. Where you been, Shan?
Information Man is live right now doing his broadcast. It's pretty big. Y'all get ready for when he does the part 3 of the best black comedians. We killed it on part 2. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Most definitely. Most definitely.
Shout out to Information Man. Please like, share, subscribe. Shout out to Late Night Parents, Ted Hicks.
LateNightParents.com. Yes. Ways to follow the show. Yes.
For sure. Once again, and also as well, Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast.
Word.
Me, myself.
Word.
I pull up on Mondays. That's where it's at for your boy. So I'll be there tomorrow. You know what I mean?
What time? Smoke what time?
6 p.m. That's Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast. That's Glick from Haps TV. I'm not sure if you remember him, but
Glick and Jeff. They do 6 to 8 Mondays, 6 to 9 Wednesday and Saturday.
So I can just look for you guys on YouTube on tomorrow.
Yes,
exactly.
Let me
type that in. Let me type that in the joint. Random Rick reviews. And
Random Rick is in the house. What's good, man?
Shout out to that dude.
Also, ladies and gentlemen,
check his channel out. Also, he's also another YouTuber in our network. Random Rick reviews. Please check it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe. You know.
Also check out my man Fireman Rich on Twitch. Fireman Rich, one word, on Twitch.tv. He does a morning coffee. Rather conservative broadcaster, but he's very supportive of us, and I'll be damned if I ain't gonna support him. Y'all already knew how we did on Haps. If people backed us up, we backed them up as well. So check out Fireman Rich in the mornings on Twitch TV. He comes on about 5:30 a.m. So if you're awake, damn it, if your alarm clock ain't go off, he's going to be alarm. I already told him he's my alarm clock.
All right.
If I'm late, by the time he comes on, I'm late. Yeah, 5:30 in the morning, straight up. Big up to Fireman Rich, man. He's real big for supporting people. He's been very supportive of me since last year. I gotta back him up, whether y'all like him or not. Damn it, subscribe to him, follow him, check him out at least, for the love of God. That's my man's right there. He
got it.
Me, fellow Air Force veteran. Salute to you, man. Get at me anytime. You already know.
Salute to the armed forces, man. All of our men and women in the services, holding it down, protecting our civil liberties and freedoms. On that note, man, please check us out. We'll be back next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Once again, thank you everybody for joining us. You know how we do. We're gonna set it off like this.
So, has he said some things that are, borderline crappy or whatever, and then he backs it up with "This is Opinion Radio"? Yeah.
Yes.
Let me ask you this question. Yes. Do you know this other person? Do you know his name, what he looks like, if he's married, has kids? Do you know him?
I don't know what happened, but look, that's saw me smoke Sunday Night Smoke podcast. Go check my boy out. You know what I mean? For sure.
Well, come on, Slam. No wonder why I've locked you. That's absolute insanity.
Oh boy.
Peace out, y'all. Catch y'all next week. One love, y'all.
Good night.
Please like, share, subscribe. Go ahead, T-Bone. Talk to me.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, you a mess.
Y'all are